Welcome to this do-it-yourself video to make a metal arch trellis for your garden. We are here at our local Tractor Supply to pick up a 16-foot by 15-inch 10-line cattle panel made by Oklahoma OK brand that is constructed of 6-gauge galvanized wire. The cattle panel weighs approximately 32 pounds, and at the time of this video, the cattle panel cost $22.99. As we wait, we watch another customer get their cattle panel secured in a teardrop shape and loaded in the bed of their pickup truck. Because we have an SUV, we have to strategically roll the cattle panel to allow it to properly fit inside the back portion of our SUV for transport back to our house. It wouldn't be ideal for us to put it on the roof of the SUV because we use the highway to travel here, and we will need to travel back on the highway to get home. We found it easier to uniformly roll the cattle panel with 2 people and secure the cattle panel using carabiners to properly secure the cattle panel with each roll. Now, this Tractor Supply did not offer delivery with the purchase of this item, but they did have trailers that you could rent to transport large items. Because it was late in the day, we didn't want to run the chance of renting a trailer and having to keep it overnight. Instead, we just purchased 3 cattle panels and made the quick round trips. Now, if we lived further than 5 minutes away, it would be a different story and we would have rented the trailer instead. Now, upon loading the cattle panel, extra precaution does need to be considered because the ends of the cattle panel are sharp and can scratch paint and can scratch the interior. We didn't want to take the chance or the risk, so we brought some extra pieces of carpet to accommodate for this. Because we live in an area that has high wind potential, we also purchased 6 5.5-foot tall T-posts and T-post clips to better support the trellis when installed. And there you have it, ready for transport. Once the cattle panel is at our house, we have it unrolled and the bend taken out of it. Over here, we have one cattle panel getting ready to be mounted to the side of the garden beds. The garden beds we have are 16 feet long, and the space between each of the garden beds we have is about 5.5 feet. To help accommodate walking under the trellis for picking our fruits and vegetables once it's time to harvest, we mounted the base of the cattle panel about 10 inches off the ground using 3/4 inch galvanized hanger straps made by Odie to secure the cattle panel. These are sold in rolls and can be found in the plumbing section of your local hardware store. We cut the galvanized hanger strap roll into 1-inch sections to allow a screw to be driven below and above the wire. Our 16-foot long by 4-foot wide garden bed do-it-yourself is in another video. For our DIY project, we are using 3 cattle panels for our arch trellis that is equally spaced out against the 16-foot long garden beds. We will be using a total of 12 galvanized hanger straps, 6 on each side. Again, each strap is about 10 inches from the base of the garden bed and equally spaced from each other about 8 to 9 inches to secure the cattle panels. Prior to setting the galvanized hanger straps, confirm that they will not be blocked by the wire running vertical and will fit around the horizontal wire. The screws that we used were 3/4 inch long sharp point lath screws with the number 2 Phillips head. These screws were used because of the large low profile head and the screw would not protrude on the inside of the garden bed. Once all the galvanized hanger straps are securing the cattle panel in place, it's time to install the 5.5 foot tall T-post on each side of the cattle panel in the center and secure them with the clips. Like I had mentioned before, our area does get high wind, so we want our trellis to have a strong, sustainable arch and not a sagging, lopsided arch once vines start to grow and add weight to the trellis. After doing this on one side, now we go to the other side and install the T-post and the clips. So there you have it, 3 cattle panels converted into 3 metal arch trellis, supported and secured by the garden bed and by the T-post. We couldn't call this complete without any nighttime aesthetics, so once done, we installed 23-foot long 50 LED solar string flower lights in the colors of red, orange, green, and blue that were purchased on Amazon that came in a 2-pack for $14.99. A nice touch at night when walking through your newly installed trellis. If you like this DIY, hit the like and subscribe for more. Hope this helps, and thanks for watching.